So my girlfriend and I have been together since elementary school, since I was in grade 8 and she was in grade 7. Now her dad never used to like me at all, he always used to hate me. He would always call me a fruit or some shit, especially with his Trinidad accent, he'd call her up on the phone and be like, "Oh girl, you better not be hanging around that fruit all the time." Stuff like that, that's exactly how he sounds. So I always had to sneak around to see her, especially after I was done elementary school and moved into high school. Anyways, there was this one time in our relationship where he just did not like me at all because he knew I was like slipping into her fucking bedroom and stuff. That sounds so creepy, but he would tell my girlfriend I can't come over to his house, which at the time my home situation wasn't the greatest, so it was basically our only place to chill, which sucked. So there's this one weekend and she invites me over, and she told me that her dad wouldn't be there until Monday or something. So we had 2 days to chill at least. I get to her place and her dad wasn't there. We chilled for like 2 hours watching a movie, and then she reminded me that she had to go somewhere after it was done. To be honest, I forget where the hell she even had to go. All I know is that she couldn't be gone for more than half an hour. So she leaves and I'm sitting in her room playing video games on my old PS4 when I hear someone walking around downstairs. Now don't get me wrong, I'm already trained for hiding from her dad since I crashed there a few nights without him knowing. Some days he would imply he thinks that there's someone upstairs, and my girlfriend would lie and say, "Oh no, it's just her other friend." So I pause my game to listen, and I hear someone slowly walking around, and I had some sort of idea that her dad came back for some reason. Because typically my girlfriend would call out to me and just say, hey, I'm here, like don't fucking panic. To make matters worse, I was in my underwear at the time, and that's when I heard him call for my girlfriend. "Shania, you there, girl?" Yelling up the fucking stairs. I was silently panicking at the time. I knew I couldn't put on my pants because it would be too loud and he would hear me because it's like some old ass house, and the floorboards just creak way too much. So I tiptoed to the closet, which had a small pile of clothes at the bottom of it, and at this point I can hear him calling out for her, and it's getting louder. "Shania, you there, girl? I can hear someone." Or something like that, dude. This must have been like, I don't know, 7 years ago or something. So it's like, it was a fucking fat minute ago. So I quickly but quietly get into the closet, and I'm fucking hiding in there like it's a game of Outlast or some shit. Like I'm hiding from Jack Baker or something from Resident Evil. Anyway, so I go into the closet where there's a bunch of clothes on the ground and there's some hanging up too. And I throw some of the clothes over my knees because I'm in like a fetal position. I'm in like an upwards fetal position. So I put some clothes on my legs and stuff to make it look like my knees are just a pile of clothes. And God, this is so fucking cringe thinking about what I was doing. It was perfect because I managed to cover up my naked legs with clothing, and in a fast enough time, I felt confident he wouldn't see me. I think he was around like 66 or something at the time too, so he's a pretty old man right now. So I was also kind of banking on that too, for him not to see me, just because he's kind of old. So at this point, I hear him walking up the stairs or something, or he's very close at the base of the stairs, and I just drape another layer of closet camouflage, like some sweaters that are hanging up and stuff. So at this point, I got a pile of clothes on my knees, and I made sure that my toes were covered up, and then I just draped the clothes that were hanging up over the rest of my body and just hoped that he wouldn't fucking notice me. And at this point, her dad started walking up the stairs. I could like clearly hear it, clear as day. And the closet door I couldn't close because it was too loud. Like he would definitely hear that shit. I made sure to have the clothes slightly separated so I could see through it. One by one, I heard his footsteps get closer up the stairs until he reached the top of the stairs. He walked into my girlfriend's room and stared into it for what seemed like a fucking eternity. He basically just walked in and just stared into the room like he was listening for me or something. It was fucking weird, dude. Like, it was so creepy. I remember acting like as if he caught me, my entire life would be over, so I barely breathed at all. It was so, like, I was so silent. I just felt like each small breath was just the loudest thing in the world and he could have heard it or something. So he walks more into the room, and there's a nightstand next to her bed, and on the left, there was fucking Maya sitting in the closet. And then he picks up this bag of chips that she had chilling on her nightstand, and he just starts eating some of them. Like, this is my fucking house, and I'm gonna eat these fucking chips that are here. So this lasts like 2 small handful of chips. He's just sitting there eating them, right? And that's when he starts to open the freaking closet door right up. I was so ready to stand up and face my fears with this guy, but he didn't make any noise. And he was just staring into the closet. Like, I could see him because of the little space I left in between 2 sweaters so I could stare out, But when he opened up the door, I just closed my eyes. Thinking my illusion couldn't have worked. It was a small mental game for me not to stand up because I truly thought he saw me. I truly thought he was just staring at me like, what a fucking dumbass. I wasn't looking at him during this time, and I was like an ostrich burying my head in the dirt for like me to mentally escape the situation. And like, I didn't want to stand up and expose myself because I didn't want him to fucking see me in my underwear and be like, I'm sorry, I'm in your fucking house. And then he walks out. He like closed the closet door and he fully shuts it too, which was cool, which was nice. I felt really safe after that. He walks downstairs and I didn't know what to think. Like, I was wondering if he's gonna like call the police and then the next people coming up there were gonna be like fucking heavy booted ass fucking RCMP officers or something. I stayed in the closet until my girlfriend came back. She basically said hi to her dad and just didn't say anything and just came right upstairs. And I just come out of my underwear like a fucking immigrant, like a refugee or something. And I'm just like, holy fuck, dude. And like, she was so shocked that I didn't even get caught, man. She was so shocked. Oh God, it was so scary, dude. It was like a game of Outlast, literally. But yeah, no, her dad likes me a lot nowadays. He always tells her that I'm gonna leave her for some reason, which I don't understand. We've been together for like 12 years. I think he's just bugging her. But yeah, like I even grow him radishes and Swiss chard in my garden and stuff, and I grow him some food so he can cook with it because he's a former chef. But yeah, man, he used to scare the absolute piss out of me after that. And I never really knew if he saw me. I'm pretty sure he didn't because he's not the type of guy to let that thing slide. He would have definitely kicked me out, I think. But yeah, that's some random memory that keeps coming back to me. And it's actually super funny to sit here and think about it all over again. So yeah, that's my story of me never coming out of the closet. No homo. But anyways, that's gonna do it for now. See you guys.